Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brain Shanae, and today I'm going to be doing my February TBR, so please stay tuned.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
And we're back. So today I'm doing my February TBR. I know that it is late. It is like February the 10th. But like my life is hectic at the moment. I'm trying to plan for a wedding, and on top of that, I have a busy work schedule throughout the week, so you'll notice that when you watch my January wrap up. But anyway, so for my TBR, I really wanted to be to participate in the Blackathon, but all those books, there's no way I'll be able to read all of them in February. And of course, this is Black History Month, so I still want to pretty much, rep my culture, rep who I am, my heritage, and what have you. And so I'm going to be reading books pretty much about Black characters and also by African American authors. So the first book that's on my TBR for February, since this is Black History Month, is Angie Thomas for On the Come Up. And of course, as you know, everyone should know Angie Thomas. She's the one that written The Hate U Give, and also the movie just came out in October for The Hate U Give, and also the DVD just came out maybe a couple weeks ago, by the way, and I have that. So this is her second book that she has written, and this is On the Come Up. And of course, and I went ahead and got, let me see, the signed edition. So she signed this book, so this is the signed copy. And for this is here is the cover, which is gorgeous. Here's the back. I just love her covers. It's amazing. Such a huge empowerment. And this is what it looks like. And then it has this On the Come Up. And let me just read the synopsis for you so you can see what this is, or hear what it's all about, just in case if you have been looking at it but just don't know for sure. So here we go. And it says, 16-year-old Bree wants to be one of the greatest rappers of all time, or at least win her first battle. As the daughter of an underground hip-hop legend who died right before he hit big, Bree's got massive shoes to fill. But it's hard to get your come up when you're labeled a hoodlum at school and your fridge at home is empty after your mom loses her job. So Bree pours her anger and frustration into her first song, which goes viral for all the wrong reasons. Bree soon finds herself at the center of a controversy, portrayed by the media as more menace than MC. But with an eviction notice staring her family down, Bree doesn't just want to make it, she has to, even if it means becoming the very thing the public has made her out to be. Insightful, unflinching, and full of heart, On the Come Up is an ode to hip-hop from one of the most influential literary voices of a generation. It is the story of fighting for your dreams, even as the odds are stacked against you, and about how, especially for young Black people, freedom of speech isn't always free. And so I'm so excited to read this, and this is also, for this book, it's the same setting as the one in The Hate U Give, and I think there is also from what I think there was like a map or something maybe of where it was located still. If not, I'm sorry, but if you check in your book, if you do have The Hate U Give, there is a map of the area, and this is supposed to be considered in the same location as The Hate U Give is in. I think so. Don't quote me. But so this is my first book, On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. And like I said, this cover is just magnificent. So I got this. So this is one of the books I'll be reading in February. The next thing that I'm going to be reading is a comic, and it is Cherie, and this is by Nnedi Okorafor and Leonardo Romero and Jordi Belair. Here you go, right here, and this is the Marvel, the first issue, which I'm so excited. I love Black Panther and everything, and I love Cherie. I just love it so much that I even have majority of all the Funkos for the Black Panther movie. But since I said that, also ask you guys something too at the end of this video. But I'll definitely be reading this. It's pretty much going back into Cherie's world, more background about Cherie. We know much about Black Panther, but we don't know a lot about Cherie. We know that she's great, she's smart with sciences, mathematics, everything. She's created the suits and everything for her brother T'Challa, but we don't know her personally. So I'm definitely excited to be reading this in February. If you have already read this, please let me know down below what you thought of this, because I'm super excited to read this. And this is my, like, I've read comics before, but this is like my first paper one that I actually own. And this was given to me also by April Marie, who is also great. She reads a lot of books, and she also collects Funko Pops. I will leave her channel down below if you want to check her out. But this is something else that I'll be reading in February, Cherie. The next thing that I'll be reading in February, which I'll also be buddy reading, I'll be buddy reading this book with 10-minute book reviews, and she's called 10. That's her name, 10. And I will leave her link down below. But we're going to be buddy reading this February the 20th, I believe. And this is like one of my anticipated books that I wanted to read in 2019. And also, if you want to join us in our buddy read, link or tell me down below in the comments to let me know. And I also need to, if you are reading this 10, also try to upload the app on your phone. It's called Voxer. I used that before in my previous buddy reads that I have done. So definitely, if you want to do that, that would be great. So like I said, even for 10 and for you who want to read this with us in our buddy read, go ahead and upload Voxer to your phone, and we also do, you know, back to back of what we read so far and everything. So yeah, but the book that I'm going to be buddy reading with 10 is Black Leopard, Red Wolf, and this is by Marlon James. I wanted to get the review copy, or at least the arc of this, but it's okay. I didn't get it, and that's fine. I still got it, as you can see, and I got this from Barnes & Noble. It already is 20% off, so that's crazy. This just came out this past week. I think the 5th or the 6th, the same time that On the Come Up came out. So we have this, and this. Look at this cover. It is so gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the colors. And then when it's naked, let's see what it looks like. So it's red, and it says MJ for Marlon James. And then it has this in the blue, which it says Black Leopard, Red Wolf, Marlon James. And I read, there's a lot of like back and forth for this book, because their selling points with this book was that it's more like a black version of Game of Thrones, and a lot of people are thrown off about it because the people that have read it, they're like, what? This is nothing about Game of Thrones. But like I said, it was like a selling point, I guess, so that the book can be bought. But I like Game of Thrones and I like Black Panther, so I'm going ahead and just read it just to see what I think. And this is an adult book, by the way. So for On the Come Up, it's more a young adult. This is definitely adult book, adult fiction. So from what I heard, this is strictly adult fiction. This is not young adult. This is not YA. This is adult fiction. And let me see, let me read this synopsis for you just to see what you think of what it's about, and just gives me a better version of what it's about, because they said it's like a black version of Game of Thrones, but I don't know, a lot of people don't agree with it. But it says, myth, fantasy, and history merge in this stunning novel following a mercenary and his search for a missing child. Tracker is known far and wide for his skills as a hunter. He has a nose, people say. Hired to find a mysterious boy who has disappeared, Tracker breaks his own rule of always working alone when he finds himself part of a group assembled to search for the boy. The band is a hodgepodge, full of unusual characters with secrets of their own, including a shape-shifting man-animal known as the Leopard. As Tracker follows the boy's scent, he and the band are set upon by creatures intent on destroying them. As he fights for survival, Tracker starts to wonder, who really is this boy? Why has he been missing for so long? Why do so many people want to keep the boy from being found? And perhaps most important of all, who is telling the truth and who is lying? Drawing from African history and mythology and his own rich imagination, Marlon James has written a saga of breathtaking adventure that's also an ambitious, involving read. Defying characterization and full of unforgettable characters, Black Leopard and Red Wolf is both surprising and profound as it explores the fundamentals of truth, the limits of power, the excesses of ambition, and our need to understand them all. So this is I'm definitely excited about this. Even it says, praise for Black Leopard, Red Wolf. It says, Black Leopard, Red Wolf is the kind of novel I never realized I was missing until I read it. A dangerous, hallucinatory, ancient Africa, which becomes a fantasy world as well realizes as anything Tolkien made, with language as powerful as Angela Carter's. It's as deep and crafty as Gene Wolfe, bloodier than Robert E. Howard, and all Marlon James. It's something very new that feels old in the best way. I cannot wait for the next installment. And that was said by Neil Gaiman. And then the next thing it says, this book begins like a fever dream and merges into world upon world of deadly fairy tales, rich with political magic. Black Leopard, Red Wolf is a fabulous cascade of storytelling. Sink right in. I guarantee you will be swept downstream. And this was said by Louise Erdrich. So I'm definitely excited of reading this. It is long. It's pretty much, let me see. It's like 620 pages to be exact. And it is small print. So, but I'm going to try to get to it. I'm anxious to see what this is about. What is the rave going on? And then this is my first book by Marlon James. And it says Marlon James was born in Jamaica in 1970. His New York Times bestseller, A Brief History of Seven Killings, won the 2015 Man Booker Prize, making him the first Jamaican to take home the award. The novel also won the Anisfield Wolf Book Award and the Minnesota Book Award, and has been translated into 21 languages. James is the author of 2 other novels, John Crow's Devil and The Book of Night Women. He is currently working on his next novel. So I'm super excited to read this just to see what it's about. I'm anxious. I really don't even want to wait in February the 20th, but I'm going to, because I want to buddy read with 10. And if you also want to buddy read, please let me know down below and just download Voxer and be ready on February the 20th for this book. So this is my 3rd book that I'll be reading in February that is representing Black History Month. So these are the 3 things that I'm going to be reading in February, hence Black History Month. So I know this is, like I said, it's Blackathon right now, and I really wanted to participate in, but it was just so many books that I know I wouldn't be able to read all of those books, but I'm definitely going to be reading this and this and this. So I have on the come up Cherie and Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I know it's late. Like I said, it's late in February. It's February 10th right now, but I went ahead and did that, and just to let you know that I'm still here. But thank you so much, you guys, for watching. And like I said, and also before I end this video, if you would like me to do a tour of my new bookshelves, well, this one's new and this is my oldest one. I definitely just put it in a different location in my bedroom. But if you really want me to do another bookshelf tour, please let me know down below. If you like, I'm serious, like, because I reorganized my books. I have a lot of Pops too, especially if you like Funko Pops. I have a lot of Funko Pops now that I've collected, and I have a lot of books I have not read, and I'm thinking about getting a TBR bookshelf thing that I saw at Michael's, just to put that in something separate and away from the books that I have read and away in the ones that I haven't read. But anyways, if you want a bookshelf tour, please let me know down below. And if you also want to do a buddy read for Black Leopard, Red Wolf, please let me know down below. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button and that bell so that you'll be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you so much, you guys. See ya!